Hey Gemini, this is for you Gemini, this is for reading for you. You might you stumble across this reading. It could well be for you, messages here for you. And take what resonates. Now, see what's going on with you. This is a Gemini Sun, or Moon, or Rising, or even Gemini North Node. Or if you've got, strong Gemini placements in your chart, this could be for you. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, Gemini. I feel as if you've recently come to a place in your life where you're speaking your truth. You're needing to, if not doing so already. You're speaking your truth. You're saying what it is you need to say with a great deal of clarity. Because I feel as if you have been avoiding doing this, or you felt that you haven't been able to do this. Maybe you've been afraid of being judged. Maybe you've been holding back from saying the things that you need to say. Because it does involve taking a leap of faith. It involves you stepping outside of your comfort zone, not allowing yourself to talk yourself out of doing things because you don't want to upset anyone or hurt anyone's feelings, or you may hold yourself back sometimes because you're fearful of maybe the unknown. You don't need to do that. You can take that leap of faith. And I feel as if you want to. I feel as if you know you are on that precipice here, not knowing, what's out there for you. And by speaking your truth, by enabling yourself to be real with yourself, real with other people, you're going to feel so much more liberated. Because you're also in a place where you're, with the Nine of Pentacles here, you've got everything you need. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose. I feel as if you're in a more stable place. More. You could have been in a place where you didn't feel as if you had the necessary tools. You didn't feel as if you would had the stability you needed. Perhaps now you're feeling, yeah, I'm okay, I'm stable, I'm okay, my material world, it's okay, I've got everything I need, I'm secure, I can afford to, step into the unknown. It's not going to harm you in, say, your material world. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to affect you in a negative way. You've got I feel a sudden sort of burst of courage. Perhaps you've also been connecting with people that you haven't spoken to for some time. Feeling as if it's important for you to do so. It's like you understanding that in some cases you might have lost the battle but you won the war. That there's some things you might have lost, some things you've left behind, but ultimately you can walk away from anything that doesn't serve your highest good, and you can do that with the confidence of a Gemini when a Gemini is is in a good place. Confidently discard anything that isn't necessary. Perhaps you've also had a move recently, or cleared out some clutter, or started having the courage to say no to the things you don't want, the things that don't provide peace and joy and all the good things in life. Now, Gemini, you could also be anticipating somebody coming in to help you. Now this could be fire sign energy. This could be a fire sign. Somebody close to you, somebody you don't know particularly well. But I feel as if in order for you to move forwards, perhaps you want to be connecting with fire sign, the Leo, Sagittarius and Aries. To bring you out of yourself, to show you, how to have more courage, how to move forward with more sort of dynamism, not to hold back. This could be also the energy that you're in, that you're having kind of more of a go-getting attitude, understanding that it's up to you. No one's going to come and save you. It's up to you if you want to move forwards, if you want to accomplish things you want to accomplish. That's down to you, and that's down to you having more of a go-getting attitude. And it could be somebody in your circle who's got a kind of fiery energy, very proactive, encouraging, outspoken even. And also financial help. There could be somebody coming in, or I feel like somebody coming in who's solvent, who's able to help you, who might be wanting to even invest in you in some way or help you out. Or even help you to broaden your perspective. It could be that you need that. You're needing to possibly even to travel, go places that you're not particularly familiar with, just different places, to sort of get you out of your comfort zone, to let's say help you understand as well the value of where you're going to be investing, where you need to invest more cleverly. With more intention. Aries energy. Yeah, this is leadership. And it could be that in work or in life or in somewhere, in some area of your life, you're taking more of a leadership role. Because you've learnt that by hanging back, by allowing others to take leadership where you should be, perhaps you were in a job or a situation or something where you were allowing other people to lead you, and you weren't feeling that you had the leadership qualities. You knew you had them, you didn't entirely fully believe in your leadership qualities, or that there was some timidity about taking ownership and leadership of your own life and your direction. And I feel as if, Gemini, you're getting your head around this whole concept of I can lead myself, I am a leader, I can lead my own, I can forge my own direction. I'm the boss here. And that could have intimidated you before. And it could have also been that you were in a position where you felt that other people were having far too much control over your life or over your decisions. And you may have recently decided, well, no, I need to take the reins here, and I need to have much more control over the things I do. You could have been in a situation where other people were dictating to you or making you feel as if they had more they were leading you more, even though you didn't need them to lead you, but you didn't really understand how you needed to step up to the plate, as it were. And this is a confidence issue. This is entirely a confidence issue, where I believe you could have had issues in the workplace or in the family or in the home life where you weren't taking the lead because your confidence might have been worn down. You know, that could have been over years, over months, over, you know, a period of time where, you know, your confidence is coming back up again. And that's also to do with the company you're keeping, and it could be that you're finding yourself surrounded or wanting to be around people who have, you know, who are more positive, who see you more in a positive light, who aren't going to be taking the piss with you because you said no to that, and you're kind of being your own woman or man now here. You understand that you need to be diligent. You understand that you're going to have to be thinking about how to work smarter, not harder, with the Eight of Pentacles, which is something that it might be new to you. You might have felt that you've been having to work and, you know, graft, and now you're going, well, look, you know, I'm in a different position now, and I just need to understand how to work sort of smarter and not harder. But you're taking a leap of faith into the unknown, which is also going to be opening new doors for you. You might find yourself, you know, connecting with a whole new sort of group of people. Yeah, because you could have been in, you know, you could have had a tendency to, you know, not see, you know, creating a sort of self-imposed prison. Really, this is the Eight of the Eight of Swords. You know, not seeing things for what they really are, not seeing the wood for the trees. You know, sort of tying yourself up into some kind of artificial bondage, thinking that you're not going to be able to move beyond a certain thing or a certain point or a certain difficulty, which you are, because that's all in the mind. And looking out to sort of new horizons, new opportunities are coming in for you, Gemini. It's a case of you deciding, and you might be travelling, you might be looking at, you need to go on a trip or go and, you know, expand your horizons, with the Two of Wands here. And this could be through movement, this could be through travel, this could be even just short journeys. It doesn't have to be abroad, it can be just short journeys where it's going to expand your horizon. You might need to also consider getting near a body of water. That could be really beneficial for you. Go to the ocean, you know, go to, you know, where there is water, a lake. It could be good for you to swim. Maybe you haven't done anything like that for a while and you need to get into some water. It's very good for the soul, it's very good for the body, it's very good for, you know, it's extremely good and powerful tonic, and that could improve your health no end. And you're open to receiving. You know, you deserve your desires to be met, and it's time for you to receive, and that's something you could have been blocking, you know, with this here, with the Eight of Swords, that you were not allowing yourself to receive, and now you're understanding that it's important and extremely important for you to be receptive, especially to new ideas, especially to new ways of seeing, and being in the present. This could be something, Gemini, very typical of you, Gemini. You know, your your mental agility, which is a great bonus because you you know, you have an unexhaustible mental energy, and it can also, because of that, you can find yourself living, you know, in the future or living the past, or just not being present in the moment because your mind is full and busy and constantly in motion. And to be able to be in the present, this is why a body of water could help, because it can bring you into the now. Also, you know, getting into nature, being still, being able to let those thoughts those effervescing, constant, thoughts and processes, you can need to be, in the present moment more, and that will enable you to be more receptive, because you are hopeful. You have hope for all of your future endeavours, the way your life is changing at the moment. As I said, connect back with the earth, because that will be very nourishing for you. And it could be that you're living in, sometimes it could be that Gemini, many of you are living in, environments that are, constant as well. Maybe you're living in a city where there's always a constant movement. The city never sleeps, and it could be good for you to get into sort of outdoor spaces, quiet spaces, nature, where you can ground yourself, where you can be present, where you can practice being in the present moment, without distraction. Maybe you're considering moving to somewhere that isn't so urban. If you're living in an urban environment, you might be even thinking about being somewhere, or moving to somewhere where you can be more still. Maybe you've come across people recently who have that. You might be, or you've spent time somewhere where you've been more in the present, where you're being more grounded, because you've spent time in a more kind of less urban environment, and you found yourself feeling a little bit more relaxed, of being able to situate yourself in the now. And I feel as if you also come out of a sort of dark period too, that is making you feel a little bit more motivated. Maybe you've been through the dark night of the soul, because you're going to actually be celebrating. I think you'll be celebrating with friends, and I think you're also going to be celebrating your accomplishments that you've achieved already, and accomplishments that you're going to achieve in the near future. So well done, Gemini. That's really good, because you're inspired action as well. That's what you feel you're doing. You're looking at what it is you want. You're feeling more inspired. You're looking at what it is you want. Perhaps you've been writing or creating a wish list, creating intentions for yourself, finding out what it is that you want, because your creativity, you're open to that. You need to be unguarded, and you need to be free to express yourself fully. So perhaps it is an environmental thing that you need to change from time to time. Not, make sure that you're not getting sort of stagnant or stuck in your environment, by changing that, by being able to get out of that, being able to see. Also see how other people are living, looking at, appreciating where you are, not comparatively looking at other people, but being able to see different ways of being through people who might inspire you. Maybe you're looking at other people and their lives and what they're doing. Maybe you have someone you look up to, or a mentor who's shining light on, you might be questioning, why do they have this, that that makes, they seem to be happier than me. That, don't do comparative stuff, that never works. But you might be considering, oh, I see, because they have this, or because they do that, or because they're in a certain environment, or because they've created or built that for themselves. Maybe you're feeling inspired and sort of stimulated by having looked at the way other people live. Maybe somebody you know as well, who seems to have it all together, but you don't know what it is about them that makes it seem as if they have a peace of mind, or a more functioning lifestyle. But don't be comparative. Maybe you need to be just taking a leaf out of somebody's book, and that's okay, because that could be somebody who ultimately acts as a kind of mentor for you. Maybe you need a mentor as well, Gemini. Maybe that's the thing you need. Maybe you found that. Also, I think that I'm feeling that you may benefit from amethyst, rose quartz. You might have had difficulty expressing love or feeling that you're lovable. Rose quartz is going to help you, your heart chakra. Amethyst is going to help you with your crown chakra, so that you can feel more, follow your intuition more and have more faith in your intuition. I'm also feeling that hematite, that's going to protect your energy no end. Hematite also will protect you from any negative energies, anything that you're finding, that could be negative energies, environments, toxicity. Hematite is widely available. It's not expensive. A lot of jewellery is made, hematite jewellery is produced, and that can protect your negative, and also detox, help you in terms of detoxifying if you need to feel that you're a little bit need a detox. So they could be helpful for you. Let's just have a little look at one more card. Let's see. Oh, okay, Lakshma. I think it's Lakshma. Yes, it is. You have a bright future, so stop worrying and everything's going to be fine. And that's all I've got for you, Gemini. I hope it was helpful. Sending you love. Take care of yourself. And don't forget, give a thumbs up if this has resonated with you. Don't forget to like the video, share the video. And I'm sending you lots of love. And God bless. Take care. Bye for now.